Yo, what's good everyone? Today we're finally going to do that shelf collection tour. I'll show you all the manga that we've been collecting over the past, a few months now. And yeah, since my last one, like it's grown like considerably, especially because like I got the new shelf like, not long after that first video, and you definitely saw it in the background of some of my videos, but I never really showed like the way I set it up and keeps changing. And I thought, hey, might as well do a collection update now, and then later on I plan to reorganize this as well, because right now like it looks fine, but I definitely want to just make it look a little bit nicer, like display some of these covers that look really good. Anyways, let's not waste any more time, let's just get straight into this collection. Alright guys, I kind of want to start with the top of the shelf. I've just got this little canvas poster of Sanji that I got off Temu. It's still wrapped because I've been wanting to hang it, but I haven't bought the stuff to hang it yet. And of course, you can see my first box set, the one and only One Piece box set 1. I did take all of it out, and it's just, sitting up there as like display now. It looks really cool. But anyways, let's move to the first thing. So this was already in my collection before. This is the Tomie Junji like hardcover. I honestly still have not read it since I bought it and read like a few pages. I'm gonna read it. I will, because there's a lot of series or like manga in here that I just want to read and get read off the shelf. I don't want to leave anything unread, and that's one of them. And of course we have JoJo Part 1 and Part 2, all of them. Of course, I have watched the anime and seen these. I do want to reread these because, again, I don't really remember much from Part 1 and Part 2, especially Part 2. I really don't remember much from Part 2. It was so long ago. But yeah, I need to collect Part 3 of JoJo soon. If I do, it'll probably take up a lot of space, but what can you do? Here we have Soul Eater Not, the prequel to Soul Eater. We got the only 3 volumes. We completed this recently, so it's cool to have that. And we have Soul Eater, the regular one, Perfect Edition, Volume 1. Now, I said in my video that I wanted to collect the rest of Soul Eater once I, finish Fire Force the anime. Reckon it would be a pretty good way to get into it. But yeah, look, these aren't cheap, so we'll have to take our time with that. I do want to read these prequels, at least. It'll be pretty good. Full Metal Alchemist, the Full Metal Edition, Volume 1. Again, another one of those series that just very expensive to continue collecting, but I will slowly. To be honest, most of the things on this top shelf, the hardcovers, were pretty expensive to collect, but we'll get to it. 86, the light novel, Volume 1. I loved the anime for 86, and I do plan to collect the rest of these light novels, just not anytime soon. This will be sitting on my shelf for a while before I get a second volume, but I do want to. Takapi's Original Sin, I talked about this in my last unboxing. Not much to really say about it. Like, if you've seen the anime, you already know. I'm gonna read this soon. Just want to wait a bit since I did see the anime recently this season, so I'll wait for that. Here we have No Guns Life. I talked about how I kind of wanted to get this out of my collection, and I still stand by that. Again, it's not that the series is bad, but it's just I wasn't really as interested as I was when I first got into it like years and years ago, so it will be pretty difficult to get rid of this, but I'm going to try. But here we have Made in Abyss Volume 1 and 2 for the manga. Yeah, collecting Volume 3 and 5 is going to be difficult, but I want to get on that soon as well. Not really rushing it though, take my time with that. Here we have Spice and Wolf, the light novel. As you can see, I have a hollow figure here that I got, prize figure. But we have Volume 1, 2, 3, 4 there, as well as up to Volume 7. And here we have our Nanachu figure with MIDI, if you know, you know. And here we have Wolf and Parchment, Volume 1, 2, 3. This is the sequel to Spice and Wolf, but I only got it because it was really cheap. Good to have though, and for when I want to collect that. Spice and Wolf is a series that I'm waiting till I collect all of the light novels before I read them, just because that's how I like to read. And let me know, guys, like, when you collect your manga, do you guys wait till you have all the available volumes to read? Do you wait till the series is finished to read, or do you just read as you go? Let me know, because I'm still trying to figure out how I want to go about it, but I'm leaning more towards just maybe starting some series and leaving some series till it's finished. Here we have the Spice Wolf manga, volume 1 to 4. Again, I don't think I'll be collecting this. Yeah, I'll be waiting on collecting this just because, like I said, I want to complete the light novel first. It's the original source material. The manga will be a bonus when we're done with that. Here, let's move on to Peak. Now, I recently got this, so I really was excited to put this in my collection. The first 23 volumes of One Piece. I believe this covers all the way up to the Alabasta arc, which is great. Like, that's a lot already, a lot to sink your teeth into. Now, this is one where I probably won't read until I have all 4 box sets. Now, that's obviously a huge commitment and it'll be a while before that happens, but only because it's One Piece, man. Like, you gotta be able to binge One Piece, and I don't want to wait in between, you know, box sets. I just feel like it won't be as good, you know? Here we have One Piece Heroines, volume 1 and 2. This I'll probably read sometime this week, just because it's only 2 volumes. It is technically a light novel, but yeah, look, only 2 volumes to collect, and we're getting some extra short stories with all the waifus. Hell yeah, man, I'm all in. We'll definitely be reading that soon. Kagurabachi, we've got volume 1 to 4. I've read volume 1, I fucking loved volume 1. And I think I'm gonna wait till I get volume 5 and then just reread all of that. That'll be really nice, but I'm really enjoying this. Here we have another Nanachi figure, another prize figure. This is her season 2 outfit. Honestly, probably my favorite one. Like, for the price you pay, this is such high quality. I love this Nanachi figure, probably more than this one here, but this one's pretty cool too. Behind that, we have Goku Rakugai, volume 1 to 3. This is a series where I'm still not 100% on it. Like, I enjoyed the first 3 volumes, but I still think this series needs to find its identity. It still doesn't really know what it wants to be yet. I'm gonna let it cook a little bit more, but for now it's okay. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's move down. Here we have, well, behind here we have Dead Man Wonderland volume 1 and 2. Again, another one I mentioned where I gave it a chance and it just didn't stick with me. But yeah, here we have our Frieren prize figure. Very nice Frieren prize figure, honestly. I really like this one. Fits really well here. Behind that we have volume 1 to 19 of Call of the Night. And one more volume should be coming out very soon, and that is the final volume, volume 20. Once that I get that in my hands, we are rereading from 1 to 20, the entire series in one go. I'll probably make a video on it, just because this series, when I first found it, I was like just in love with this series, only because this was the series that truly got me into manga moving forward. Like, I had read manga a little bit before this, but this really like skyrocketed that manga addiction. I really like value this series just because of that. Is it the best series from what I read? I don't think it's amazing, but it's not bad. But just because of that sentimental value I have with it, that it got me into manga, I'll always have this in my collection. Here we have Elf from Uncle from Another World. Honestly, not the greatest anime, pretty like mid, but I really did enjoy this character, and I found this noodle stopper for very cheap, so I was like, hell yeah, let's pick it up. Looks pretty nice on the shelf. Here we have Frieren. This is obviously my top 3 series of all time. Yeah, I have a few thoughts on the manga. I don't want to say a lot because I kind of want to wait till I read all the way up to volume 13, and I want to make a video dedicated to it. But let's just say the anime is infinitely better than the manga, and I will fight you on that. But yeah, look, I'm still really enjoying it. I'm about up to volume 5, and this is around when they get up to the City of Magic. But yeah, it's definitely faster paced, and I don't know if I like that. But it's still very good, man. I love Frieren. Chainsaw Man, volume 1 to 6. Again, I mentioned that I'm gonna slow down on collecting this because I've already read part 1, and there are other series on this shelf that I would rather focus on first before completing part 1. That doesn't mean I won't collect the rest of it. I still loved Chainsaw Man, and I really do want to reread part 1 once I have all the volumes for it. Here we just have a Power prize figure. Honestly, I've had this for a while. looks pretty good. Fits right next to the Chainsaw Man. Behind that, we have Spy X Family, volume 1 to 6. It's actually down here. And yeah, Spy X Family, I've said my thoughts before. It just feels like a Saturday morning cartoon, which I always love that. I don't have to take it seriously. And because of that, I'm also not taking the collecting too seriously for it. But I don't plan on dropping it. We'll try and pick up a few volumes here and there as we go. Here I have my Momo figure. Another pretty nice one for its price. And of course, standing next to my Dandadan volumes, which now we are currently up to date on. Thank fuck, because I love this series, man. And honestly, I can see this getting in my top 10. That's just how much I'm enjoying the anime right now. Now, once season 2 finishes, I'm going to read 1 to 14. And I'm pretty sure season 2 will finish around volume 10 or 11, around here. So I'll still have quite a bit of volumes to enjoy afterwards, because I'm not waiting for season 3, man. I'm just having so much fun with this series that I need to read the manga. Now, down here we have Darling in the Franxx, the Omnibuses. I mentioned again, it's another series that I just want to get rid of. No hate on the anime. I think the anime is fine. I just got a little bit ahead of myself years ago when I bought this during my anime honeymoon phase. I was like, I really want to own the manga. But yeah, I don't think I'll be continuing this. Here, we've basically finished the manga, but we do have a few like Blu-rays here. So I do have Rascal Does Not Dream of a Dreaming Girl, the limited edition Blu-ray. Still sealed. Have not watched it yet, ever since I watched it the first time, but it's cool to have in the collection. We do have the Steins Gate complete series here, still sealed, and as well as the movie for it, which I actually have not seen yet. I'm still gonna watch that soon. We of course do have Frieren, the first half of season 1 Blu-ray, as well as we have Toradora, goated romance anime, one of the OGs, I think. I love this series. I might rewatch it soon. It's been years. But we also have Your Name, Everybody Knows This, and Weathering with You. When I first watched these two, I thought this was like the best piece of fiction I had ever seen. I don't stand by that. They're great, but I do think they're a little bit overhyped now that I'm past that honeymoon phase. Still very great shows to have. Of course, I gotta have Spider-Man 1, 2, 3, The Goats, Tobey Maguire. That's the Spider-Man that I grew up with. Yeah, I had to have these, man, and I've had them for a while. I love them, man. Now the games, I don't want to show too much because nothing has changed. I own the exact same games I showed in my first collection, but they're all lined up together. Over here, I do have an Okarun figure. Did I just say, I fucked these names. Okarun, yeah. Alright, but you're not Japanese, man. Kind of hard to say some of these names. But yeah, this is a really nice figure just for the price. Looks pretty cool. Down here we do have a little mini Sanji. I think they're DXF figures. They're pretty small. Honestly, I don't want to put Sanji here. He's my goat, but I need something to hold up this from falling, because when this falls, it knocks down all my steelbooks here. And if anyone wants to see, these are the steelbooks I have. This is a game that I have not yet played, but I do want to. It's some sort of Metroidvania. Bloodless Night, I think that's what it was called. And then I have Final Fantasy 16, the steelbook. I have Monster Hunter World, the steelbook, the Iceborne edition. I of course have Monster Hunter Wilds, the steelbook edition here. They all look very, very nice together. And you know, I do believe once I run out of space for these, I'm gonna have to move them, because eventually I think this whole shelf will be filled with manga. I mean, we've basically reached like the third last shelf, so eventually I'm gonna have to move these somewhere else. We'll figure that out later, but for now they are staying here, these games. And down here I don't have much. I have this binder with my One Piece cards, then I have the boxes for the 2 starter decks, and then I have my deck box here with those 2 starter decks in there. I also don't know where I'll keep these, but for now they're staying here. By the way, let me know if you guys are interested in seeing more One Piece TCG related stuff on the channel. I'm happy to do them again. For now, I'm not sure if I'll continue with it, but we'll see how we go. And then we have a package here, saving for another video in the future. I know what's in there. You'll find out what's in there later. But besides that, that is my collection for the time being. Yeah, I mean, over the last 6 months, I think we have built a very, very nice collection. I'm really happy with how it's going. I can't wait to read some of these series in full. Freerun, I'm really enjoying reading. There are a couple of series here that I have read already, but for now, there's a lot that's unread. So maybe we'll make a challenge. We'll try and read through everything here. But yeah, guys, that's my collection. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe if you want more of this content. And yeah, peace out.